the lady that he was going. I can just empathize with that lady. And this is this lady seated in front of a TV and seeing that Malaysia is being blamed. The others, yes, they have a way out by going on demonstration, screaming here and there. But those Malaysians in there, by now they should be giving some therapy. It could be group therapy where they are brought together and then they are made to talk about the issues. The other way is cognitive therapy, which I used when I was on the flight, trying to mentally psych yourself. There are others where you will want to use the drama. The drama approach is where we try to stage the event. So the people, by staging the event, they will go through it over and over and over. And as they're going through it, you associate some positive, something positive, some words of encouragement. And as time goes on, they will get relaxed and calm down. And we need to be very careful in handling this issue. Now they are under stress. They are going through anxiety, helplessness. But the danger is when it goes beyond a certain level, they may now become depressed and they will throw in the towel. And someone, as you just said, we could pick signals of their mobile phones. I can bet you that someone, because of this information, someone will be somewhere praying that he will prefer for a lesser evil. He will be praying that let it be that the plane had been hijacked. That's someone's prayer now. You see, and these things, when people start feeling this way, then they are moving into the third stage, which is the depressive stage. Okay, so we need to get, the Malaysians should be able to get therapists to be working on them, same as the Chinese and then the other people.
Yeah. Now, we just have about 3 more minutes to go. I hope Cynthia will give me more time for us to just touch on briefly on some of the issues. I mentioned that, so if we are up there and you realize that there's a technical problem, there's a challenge with the plane, what do?
You mean the pilot?
The pilot, yeah.
The pilot would have to brief the senior cabin crew member on board. If it is an emergency situation, then the senior cabin crew also brief his team. Then they have to demonstrate to their passengers exactly what they should do. If it's question of decompressurization, the oxygen mask will drop, even though they've already demonstrated before departure. Sometimes they may have to show passengers the way again, the exits, and whatever you need to do. Maybe you have to brief for impact if it's coming to land on ground or hit the ground. But then in the cockpit, pilots are trained for emergency situations. That is why every 6 months they go to the simulator. You cannot do such dangerous exercises with the actual aircraft. But of course, with very olden type of aircraft where you don't have the simulator, you do some of the exercises on the aircraft. Yeah, so you go through these emergency exercises every 6 months, simply because during your normal lifetime flying, nothing happens. So you might go rusty on how actually to arrest such situations. Apart from that, we have 3 manuals in the aircraft. It's a big manual, emergency operations manual, but it's in 3 parts. You have the normal operation, what to do, how to fly the aircraft. Then you have one for another section for when it's a real emergency. Yes, what to do. And another section when you have some systems inoperative. Yes, how to fly the aircraft. And the pilot is supposed to know this somehow, not off by heart, but offhand. But then the manual is there. So in case of such situation, the pilot quickly has to flip through. Some aircraft with LCDs, liquid crystal displays, you might have the manual in the computer, so you can quickly read actually what you need to do to arrest the situation. Yeah, so basically this is what happens. The pilot is trained to go through emergencies. Then when the emergency happens, he goes through that aspect of his manual, either for normal operation.
But let me give you the final word.
I think there needs to be some form of closure to this particular tragedy. The people need answers, or else emotions will continue to bubble under the surface. In our own case, it's so tragic to be told that you've lost a loved one, but it's even worse when people are not able to present you the corpse. We have our own case of Swaiba in the Konfano Teaching Hospital incident. Yeah, so therefore I think the people need answers. It is my hope and prayer, if God would reenact another miracle like those we saw in the times of old, then we need a miracle now. But if not, I think we need answers, and I hope that the debris will yield some treasure trove of information so that we can leverage upon this and avoid future accidents in the aviation industry.
Abdul Hakim says that, good morning, I believe the aircraft might have been landed at an unknown island. Something tells me that the passengers are alive. Abdul, we pray that we still have that faith of yours that you have. Let's see something positive will come up. We've been talking for a very long time now. Let's drink to cup of Lipton, and Joy Lipton tea on the journey of refreshment and vitality. The world's favorite hot tea brand will give you the needed level of alertness to start your day. So enjoy the great taste of Lipton every morning to revitalize your mind and also your body. Lipton, your #1 tea brand in the world. Let's just drink to this. Okay, Alish. This is where we wrap up with the show. It's been very interesting, and it's been great having you around. Join us again on Saturday, but don't forget the breakfast show is on Monday all the way to Saturday. I say big thanks to the producers and the directors, and also the cameramen and also the soundmen. On behalf of Kuba, I say enjoy the rest of our program, and don't do what I wouldn't do. Okay. Good morning. Bye bye.
Joy. Hey!